So my number one pick in this series of my top 10 black directors has to be no other than Spike Lee. Kind of like how F. Gary Gray made a classic called Friday. Spike Lee made a really great classic called Do the Right Thing, which is a classic that, as I stated before with Friday, is a movie that will stand the test of time. Like, I believe that my kids would watch it, their kids would watch it. And Do the Right Thing is a basically, it's a movie that talks about the injustice in this world, but also black people coming together as well. And Spike Lee is actually in the movie. He directed the movie, but he's actually in the movie. I didn't see Do the Right Thing until probably around 2012, 2013. But it's one of my favorite films from Spike Lee because it's an amazing film. It's comedically, it's hilarious. Spike Lee, his performance in the movie is amazing, and the way he told that story is amazing as well. I stated that John Singleton is a truth director, which is very true. Spike Lee is a super truth director, especially when you look at Do the Right Thing. Spike Lee told stories that literally upset America, where he told stories where he was just basically saying listen, this is what it is. If you don't like or can't accept it, I don't care, I'm still going to put it in my movie. And he did. When you even look at his most recent movie, BlacKkKlansman, it's based off a true story about a black man infiltrating the KKK. And the whole part of the whole movie in itself is such a accurate depiction of what actually happened. And not only that, it's hilarious. It's very truth telling in that movie, and they say things that are so racially charged, but that is how our society was back then and even now. So Spike Lee has never been afraid to tell the truth in his movies. The one thing I also love about Spike Lee is that he's an educator. He teaches people how to direct films. Spike Lee has also given money. He's given money to up-and-coming young directors to direct their own projects. He's shown people how to get to Sundance. He's given people the opportunity to be a part of his own films. When you look at Spike Lee, most of his crew members and cast are black people. Even when he did a film called Malcolm X, that film should have been nominated. Well, it was nominated for the Oscar, but it didn't win. And I think Denzel was nominated as for Best Actor, but he didn't win for that. And listen, Malcolm X, again, this is a director who took the story of Malcolm X, and anybody who's ever followed Malcolm X in black history, Malcolm X was an unapologetic black person who didn't care what you thought about him in regards to standing up for black people. Malcolm did an amazing job in telling the authentic story of a Malcolm X story. You've noticed that there hasn't been a movie to mirror that particular movie because that movie is legitimate what Malcolm was. And Spike Lee, beat from beat from beat from beat, told the story, didn't hold back, and he offended a lot of people. A lot of people believe because of how that film was so offensive to people, they believe that that's probably why it didn't win for an Oscar. But it was such historical truth of our society and historical truth of who Malcolm X is as a person that Spike Lee didn't care what other people thought about. He went in and directed it. If you even watch some of his interviews, he's just real with the interviewers. I'm listen, this is my story. This is how I'm going to tell it. And I will not be disrespected. Spike Lee is a guy that I love looking up to. The last video I did was for Ryan Coogler and how he directed Black Panther and all these other films that were pantheons. I would love to see Spike Lee direct this movie right here, Black Panther. I would love to see an iteration of that because I think Spike Lee the way he directed movies like that, if he were to tell a Black Panther story, oh my God, I don't think Hollywood could handle it. It would be amazing. Actually, one of my favorite action / dramatic films from him would have to be Inside Man. Inside Man with Denzel Washington, how basically the whole, that whole movie takes place in a bank and in a car. That's it. For the most part, 90% of it's in that. And the way he directed that story of a bank robbery happening in a bank, and the bank robbers get away with it, that in itself was amazing. And he set it up where you didn't know something was going to happen. You didn't know how can I put this, like, the ending of that movie wasn't supposed to happen the way it did, but it did, and you didn't think it was. And it was just like, yo, like, the way he told that story, I was just like, man, Spike Lee knows what he is doing. There's a reason why I like to call Spike Lee the grandfather of filmmaking, because the dude has put in so much time and effort into his films. A lot of people don't know this, but Spike Lee has raised a lot of money from his independent films that he's made. Films like She's Gotta Have It, Do the Right Thing. Like, he's put his own money towards those films. Most films that he's done for studios, but the films that he's done strictly independently, he's raised the money for himself. So, like, he's an amazing director, amazing person in the community of films, and he should have at least 15 to 20 Oscars, and I think that he should be recognized for all the work that he's put out through the years of him doing the things that he's been doing. But yeah, he's my first pick, my number one pick out of all of the directors, Spike Lee. I want to thank you guys for watching this series, my top 10 Black directors. You guys have been an amazing audience. Please like, comment, and subscribe to all of my content. And thank you guys for watching this video. And you guys have a blessed day. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page to get more exclusive content coming from my YouTube channel. And if you want to watch my previous videos, go ahead and click on this video up here or this video down here, where you get to see more exclusive content coming from my channel. Thank you guys for watching this video, and you guys have a blessed day.